Hello and welcome back to the channel.
Suddenly, the world I used to know, I see it differently. You woke me from a dream, now here's reality.
So I've been sent the ALLPOWERS R1500 power station and I'm using it to power all sorts of devices, and I'm away for 3 days here and I'm using this for my main power source. Now, to keep this charged, I've also been sent these solar panels, and these solar panels are 400 watts plus minus 5%, and it says how to place the solar panel under strong sunlight. Not today, unfortunately. I've been waiting for the sun to come out for hours. Well, I'm out on my own doing a little bit of wild camping, as I like to do occasionally. Now, I've gone completely non-gas in my little camper van, so I'm going to have to cook using an induction hob. And to do that, and everything else while I'm staying here, I'm going to be using the ALLPOWERS R1500. Let's see how it copes. Right, so we have the laptop there, and we have the e-bike that's out there, and that's drawing 82 watts. And we've got a lot more to plug into that. So what I'm going to do is run this overnight and get it to do everything I need doing, because I am wild camping, there's no electric hookup, just how I like it. And then what I'll do in the morning is get the 400 watt solar panels out, hopefully there'll be a bit of a sun, and see what we can get back into this power station. Right, so I've charged the e-bike. I still have my laptop plugged in just there, and it's sitting at 86%, as you can see. Now I have plugged my iPad in, which is just there. I have my DJI mic, wireless mic, plugged in charging. My Apple Watch is charging there, and also the camera that I've been using to film the stuff earlier on. And overnight, of course, you can take advantage of the wireless charging on the top of the power station. So, like I said, we're on 86%. We've got quite a few things charging. We'll check that in the morning, and then we'll get it out, hopefully out in the sunshine, and get the solar panels on it and see how long it takes to get some power back into this battery. And as you can see, the unit itself is actually loaded with ports on each side and at the front. Now if we look at this side first, where we've got the solar panels plugged in, we've got an overload protector which is just here. We have got the AC input, that's for charging, that's your normal kettle lead as we'd call it over here in the UK. And then the one here that the solar panels are plugged into, that is for solar and car input. Now on the front of the unit, we have, I am reading this from the manual here. On the front of the unit here, we have got the DC output, that's the car cigarette lighter type thing that we're used to there, that's 12 volt obviously. Over this side we've got USB inputs, USB outputs, and the two at the top are USB-A and they're rated at 18 watts, and then the two at the bottom are USB-C and they're rated at 100 watt. And then along the bottom here we've got 4 standard AC outlets, the sort of thing that we would have in our homes. Now let's see how this comes, that lifts up as you can see there. 4 of them on this unit, which is really fantastic. And if you press this DC button just here and hold for 3 seconds, if you look up there you'll see the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi emblem. That's how you activate the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi. This unit does have an app, and we'll go into that in a while. And then on the right side of the unit, again we've got this little press and lift door here, and these 2 sockets in here are for extra battery connectors, so you can daisy chain this with other batteries to get even more power. Now as you'll know, so far I've been using the R1500. In fact, I was out, as you will have just seen, I was out in the van for about 3 days and used it a fair bit, but unfortunately the weather, well, it just didn't brighten up. So I really wasn't able to use the solar panels. So I'm back out again just for the night, and I thought I'd give it another go. Now there's some beautiful sunshine, and you will see that from the solar panels and the charge they're actually putting in to the power station. Now thanks to ALLPOWERS for sending me this R1500. What I'm going to do while I'm here is try out an air fryer and an induction hob just to see if I can work them both together. Now, you will have seen from the video when I was out the last time, I actually used it overnight for so many things and I was so impressed with it. What I'm going to do now, as I said, is do a bit of cooking with it because I am completely gasless now in the van, so a unit like this is absolutely perfect. You can, you know, as I say, you could take it anywhere, and I'm pretty sure with these solar panels, if the sun's shining, you could support yourself for a week using this complete system. So that's what the solar panels look like when they're folded up, and as you can see, it does have a carry handle. I'll just put that there if you want to see the information that's on it. You can pause that for a bit if you wish. There as well, and of course they are ALLPOWERS. Like I said, it has a handle. Now trust me, you wouldn't want to carry this too far. It is a heavy, I'll get that camera back on it. It is a heavy unit, but an effective unit anyway. So as you can see, today is a beautiful day. So I've got the solar panels back out to use with the power station. Now, I don't think it's going to get much better sun than that. Okay, maybe it's a little bit hazy, but what are we bringing in? Well, at the moment it's bringing in, what's it saying there? Let me just move out of the way. 265 watt. Right, I've just switched to my phone here to see if we could see that any clearer, and there we are, it's up to 305 watts, so that's really impressive. There we are. And I think the sun has just come out of that little hazy cover it had. Anyway, let's get on and do some cooking. Right, so we've got our 900 watt air fryer just here. I did a review on that, so if you check the channel. We've got a 2000 watt induction hob here, and we've got our ALLPOWERS R1500. So let's get cooking. A little bit of water for the vegetables. Not too much, I'm not making too much. There we go. Just plug these into the power station. That's the induction hob and the air fryer. And turn it on. Right, we've got 89% charge in that. Right, I'll try to do this one-handed. I've got some green beans here, so I'll get those into the water. Come on, all of you, out you come. Over the air fryer, I've got this half of baked potato with some cheese on it. The lining doesn't fit very well, but that'll be fine. I've also got some peas for this pan. Get all those in there, hopefully without spilling any. Oh, this is awkward one-handed. Right, there we go. Right, so we've got green beans and peas for the induction hob, and we've got this half-baked potato for the air fryer. So let's fire everything up and see how it goes. Right, so we're ready to go. Let's see if this ALLPOWERS R1500 can run this induction hob and this air fryer. So turn it on and we'll bring it up to, we'll set that at level 3. It does heat up really quickly. So we'll have that at 80 degrees and get that started. And the two of them are drawing about 1,500 watts at the moment. That's 2,000 watts. Right, it's sort of up and down, which is what happens anyway with the with these induction hobs. But it's coping well, no problem. So we've got the vegetables cooking there, and we've got the air fryer cooking that potato. What we'll do in a while is we'll get that kettle on so we can make a cup of tea. I might try and run them all at the same time actually. Here's the kettle. It's just a small 600 watt unit, but it is effective. It does have a plug on it. It's not one of these 12 volt things. So we'll get that on in a while. We're down to 82% now, and that water is really warm, and that's only on 3, level 3. I think it goes up to 10. Fun, isn't it? All I'm interested in is the fact that I can go out with this ALLPOWERS unit like that I don't want to use gas anymore. I haven't used it for a while actually, but I can run everything with it if I want to. I've already proved what it can do overnight, the amount of things you can charge with it, including my e-bike, which was fantastic. So right, I'll come back in a minute. Right, I'll get some water in this kettle so that it's ready to go. Just enough for a cup of tea. Now, do I plug it in with these two? What have we got at the moment? We're down to 79%. That's just about 5 minutes. And it's dropped to 804 watt, 715, 730. Yeah, it will fluctuate, particularly with the induction hob. It's right down to 771 now. What do you think? Should I plug the kettle in now? Ooh, yep, that water's really hot, so that's working. Let's just have a quick look inside the air fryer. See what's occurring in here. Oh yeah, that's warming up very nice. Just put that there for a second. There we go. I'm really enjoying this. You don't have to worry about your gas going out or anything like that. It doesn't matter about the wind if you've got this kind of setup. Fantastic. Right, so I'm plugging the kettle in as well now. There we go. And just bring that. Right, it has powered off, so it was too much for it. Right, okay. So it was a little bit too much with the kettle as well. Right, let's take that back down to 3. There we go. Right, we're cooking again. And we're down to 77%. 988, down to 694. Yeah, it really fluctuates between sort of 600 watts and it's up to 1,200, back down to, yeah, it really fluctuates, but that's not a problem. It can handle that up to around about a 2,000 watt surge, I'm pretty sure. So each time it has that little cooking spell, it jumps up by about 600 watt. You can see that. So it'll settle down, and that's how these induction hobs work apparently, but all good. And you can also see how effective these induction hobs are. That's only on setting 2, and it goes up to 10, and that's cooked that really quickly. So they are, let's put it down to 1 and see how it goes. So they are pretty effective units, these induction hobs. Right, we're down to 73%, and it's still running from between 600 and about 1,400 watts. Not long now. Should get a little ding from the air fryer to tell me it's finished the cooking. And there we have it, all nice and piping hot. Heart for jacket potato, just a small one with cheese and chilli on it, and some green beans and peas. And the unit, it took about 20 minutes, and that's on now on 71%. So all's good. So you can set yourself up, if you get yourself a power station, these things don't have to be particularly expensive. This one here was £16 from the shop beginning with A, you know the one. And this, I think, was about 40 odd pounds. But anyway, fantastic. And really impressed with that. This is going to be coming everywhere that I go. Now you can communicate with the power station via an app on your phone. And on the unit itself, you'll see it says here, press DC button 3 seconds to on off Bluetooth. That's the button there with the little green lights on it. And then you get the Bluetooth symbol just here. Now you get the app by going into the user manual, and then you've got iOS here and Android there. You just use your QR code scanner on your phone, and that'll get you the app. And then once you've got the app and turn it on, it'll look something like this. Now you've got to select your model. Obviously this is the R1500. It's telling me there's 100% in the battery. Remaining time, that's if it's not used at all, is 337 hours 11 minutes for 14 days ish. You get your input, output, nothing being used at the moment, and then you've got AC and DC. Now if I press this AC here, Let me just press that button there. You'll see that will click. And then what's happened there, it's turned the AC on just like that. And it's also the same for the DC. If I press the DC on my phone here, you'll see that it turns that on as well. So it's all good stuff. So you know, it's a good idea to get the app, and then you can use it to control the power station should you need to. So there you have it. That's the ALLPOWERS R1500. Now it provides up to 1800 watt of pure sine wave output and can support lots of different devices, as I've already shown in the video. You can get a recharge 650 watt ultra fast solar charging in 2 to 2.5 hours. Sorry, I am reading that part. Yeah, and you can get a quick AC recharge for a full charge in just 90 minutes. So, you know, it's a pretty good unit. Now, check in the description below for any discounts, and if you found the video helpful, why don't you consider a thumbs up? That would really help the channel. And if you really liked it, why don't you consider subscribing? Anyway, I've enjoyed using it. I'm going to carry on using it, and I shall see you the next time.
We're Paul and Suzanne, and we'd love you to join us on our days out.